SBS. Understand that one of the biggest modern demons that modern men are facing is lust. And this video is going to talk about how you can actually fully defeat lust on semen retention. Now, understand this, with semen retention, the main goal is to build up energy. That's the number one benefit that it will build up. Now, the energy that it does build, that's on you, right? If you do semen retention and you do bad habits, the energy that you get from those bad habits is gonna build up even more. And if you do good habits, it'll build up even more, and vice versa. Understand that I just made a video yesterday about the 7 deadly sins and how all the sins tie up into each other and they all lead to one thing, and that's death. Now, usually when you do some simple sins, something like sloth, something like being prideful, it might not seem like nothing at first, but it stacks up. The number one way to actually defeat lust is to make sure that, one, you're not committing other sins that can lead to you being lustful. And two, is actually making sure that you're cultivating your energy and giving your gift to the world. 2 videos ago, I made a video titled, Lust Can Bring Your Gifts to the World. You can use your lust, use that energy, cultivate it throughout your body, and push it out and bring good into the world, right? There are other physical ways that you can help defeat lust, but it won't actually defeat lust. It's one of those things where it'll go away for a certain period of time, then it'll come back, you have to do it again. But cultivating your energy is the way to go, right? It's a spiritual warfare. You got to realize that these demons are real and they actually attack you. It's not just something that you feel in your body. There's a whole spiritual world that we can't see. We can only see certain parts of the electromagnetic field. Other parts we cannot see with our naked eye. We have to use technology to see it. So understand, when it comes down to lust, right? Naturally, when you see a beautiful woman, and if you're a masculine man that likes the feminine, you got to realize it's 2 different poles. Negative pole, positive pole, right? And they attract each other. When you start to feel lustful thoughts, naturally they go to your head and to your penis. That's why you get hard, right? You think those thoughts in your head and it gets you hard, because those parts of the body have the most magnetic energy. So naturally it starts to close in, and that's why your dick gets hard when you think about sex or when you think about a pretty girl. Now you need to learn how to actually cultivate that energy throughout your whole body and allow it to bring gifts for you. You have to be righteous on this journey. You have to live as closely to God as possible. Because if you don't, what ends up happening is you commit one sin and it leads to another sin, and it snowballs eventually. And remember what I said previously, all sin leads to death. Eventually, you're gonna end up killing yourself, somebody kills you, or you get sick from some type of disease and you die, right? It's usually one of those 3 ways that you end up dying. That's the end game if you choose to live a devilish lifestyle and you choose to keep playing with these demons, right? You need to be strong out here, man. Get up, man. You know what I'm saying? The main thing with semen retention is the number one thing that really gets people sucked into the whole cycle is sloth, right? Not being diligent in their spiritual journey, not putting enough physical or spiritual effort. So when a lot of times I noticed that when I would feel horny and lustful, it was when I was laying in the bed, not doing anything, maybe watching videos on social media and doom scrolling, right? Then I'll see some pretty girl pop up. And since most men aren't spiritual, they don't know how to cultivate that energy, right? They end up feeling the need to release that energy, because energy cannot be destroyed, only transferred. If you build up too much energy, you're going to want to release it somehow, because you're going to naturally build up a lot of tension in your body. And the spirit is going to want to release it badly. Naturally, if you want to cultivate your energy, you need to use that feminine energy that comes from life and Mother Nature itself. Use that feminine energy, let it motivate you, let it cultivate throughout your body, and then use that to live out your purpose and give your gift to the world. That's how you beat lust. Now, there's a couple physical ways you can do it. You can fast. Fasting will help tremendously because it will allow you to get closer to God. You fast, you get rid of a lot of the negative energy, and naturally you can filter it out throughout your body, or naturally your body will start to transfer it out on its own, and it'll allow you to feel fresh. You'll feel like you have another chance at this with semen retention, right? The thing about relapsing is sometimes people will get it confused and think, whoa, I built up all this negative energy from being on these long streaks. And trust me, I went 4 years on semen retention. I know what I'm talking about with this journey. You build up all this tension and you feel like, dang, man, I gotta relapse, man. I gotta relapse. The truth of the matter is, though, is you can end up rushing it and end up making a big mistake, right? I'm not saying you should never relapse ever. It should be with a girl that you actually can pair energies with, and somebody you can actually give your love and your energy to. Again, give your gift to them. Let them feel your masculine, not just doing masturbatory habits that the energy isn't really used for anything. It gets transferred out, but it's not really productive and it doesn't align with your purpose. This is how semen retention is. It really is that simple, laid out, especially on a spiritual level. On a physical level, of course, you build more testosterone, you do all these things, but the testosterone you build, it won't be that much. It's more about the energy and the habits that you do that will bring that testosterone energy into your life and make you feel more driven, more purposeful, and you won't feel miserable and depressed. Because naturally, all those other sins, it could lead to anger, wrath, gluttony. You could start to binge eat. You notice when people get bored, they start to eat a lot because it brings excitement. But that's the devil's portal to get into your body. Understand that if the devil comes through and knocks long enough and doesn't get a response, it will get bored and walk away and move to a different person and try to get somebody else. So it really isn't that hard to get yourself right. You just need to be able to resist temptation in the short term. You only have to resist it for about 20-30 minutes, and usually it'll go away. And then by then you can be straight and the cycle repeats. Understand that it's a spiritual warfare. So it's, especially in the modern technology days, these demons can transfer with no problem through these screens. It's the mark of the beast, right? It can get crazy out here, man. So watch out, man. Watch your back and keep staying on your purpose. Give the world that gift that it deserves, that you know you want to give it. Live in your full purpose that you should have been living all along. And you will feel fulfilled in this life. And you will live a good afterlife as well. Make the most out of the physical and have a good afterlife. That's the best you can ask for. That's on God. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Love you guys. You know how it is, man. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, man. Be strong, be safe out here. Don't let these demons get to us. Praise God, pray hard, do the good habits. We're in this together, man. Let's catch y'all on the next one. Appreciate y'all.